Namaste. Joining me in my bedroom today because we're getting closer to the new moon, which is also a Lion's Gate, on August the 8th. August the 8th is always considered an energetic portal. If you look at the number 8, it kind of represents a numerology, as above, so below. Turn it sideways and it's the sign of infinity. And any new moon, the energy is going to be a little bit lower. And we have been through an intense year. You know, 2020 was tough enough, and then 2021 has not been any easier. In fact, I think this year's actually been a little more trying. But anyway, there are times and days where we don't feel like getting out of bed. There are times and days where you may not be able to fit in your yoga practice. And so I want you to be able to utilize just regular items at home. I know in a yoga studio we have what's called bolsters if we want to create a restorative position, but you can actually use pillows. You can use cushions off the back of your couch. And this is actually a pranayama bolster, but I mean, this looks like one of those regular kind of neck roll pillows that a lot of people have on their beds. So I'm going to show you different ways to do some postures here. We'll start with this one. I did a whole sequence once based on this particular pranayama bolster. And I'm going to go quickly through this. You could set it up in bed or on your yoga mat where it's resting underneath your ankles. You could eventually slide it up. You would hold these poses longer. Up under your knees. Obviously holding that longer so you can really reap the reward. You can also place this underneath your low back and drape over it like this. Some people really prefer it right underneath the chest, coming from underneath the arms. And notice when you roll back here, it really pops open the cavity of the chest. And I also like this one, where you actually place it under the neck. And to use it for pranayama, breath work, you could place it underneath the vertebrae, like this. Your arms can be in various positions, whether you want them overhead, in the goddess form, out like a T, down beside your body, or even on the body. If you wanted to do a seated meditation, right, because the bed is kind of cushiony, your seat might sink down and your knees are elevated higher, which can pull on the back and cause poor posture. So you could actually elevate your seat on top of that, and then sitting at the edge so you get that little pelvic tilt forward, which will create a more neutral back. And you could sit to meditate. So that's part 1, yoga in your bed.